Now, 4 types of bullying. There's physical bullying, like I described when I was younger, okay? And we see that in camp in a lot of different ways. There's kicking, hitting, stealing kids' personal items, pushing, shoving. What do girls do physically? They do verbally. Even physically, what do girls do? Slap, step on each other's feet, pull hair, right? Pinch, scratch, all that stuff, right? They can get physical too. We've seen girls much more aggressive now in the sports field. They get as aggressive as boys sometimes, all right? Physical bullying, by the way, is the easiest to spot and the easiest to deal with. The second kind, verbal, much more difficult. Which is more painful, verbal bullying or physical? Verbal, why? It's psychological, right? Remember what they say, words don't necessarily go away like a bruise, right? If someone makes you feel terrible, it can last for a long time. And what do kids say to each other, by the way, when they want to verbally bully each other? You're ugly? You're ugly, right? What else? Fat. No one likes you, right? No one wants to be your friend. Can you imagine in camp what that feels like? Kids are away, no one wants to be with them, it's pretty ugly. The third, relational, is really actually the ugliest kind of bullying. It's what we call exclusion. Exclusion, by the way, is the #1 thing we got to focus on in terms of helping kids feel better. Because if you're excluded in a camp when you're away from parents, exclusion makes you feel isolated. And Gary Forster and I were talking a little bit in past, and last night you mentioned this too about friendships. If you don't have friends or you're excluded, what's your time like in camp? Are you coming back if you don't make friends? No way, okay? The last type of bullying, which I think we want to focus on too a bit, although I'm going to talk on that in the afternoon, is what we call cyberbullying. This is like the newest nightmare for those of us in the field. How many of you have had this whole internet problem, this whole cyberbullying thing affect you? Anyone yet? It's amazing. We're just in a part of the country where this is amazing. Because every camp is getting decimated by this. What's happening is that we're seeing kids off-season send hateful emails, exclusion emails to campers. We don't want you in our bunk. We don't want to see you next year. No one likes you. So kids then decide not to return because the internet has turned into be a fairly big nightmare, right? In that it's so easy for us to send a nasty message by just pressing a send key, and there's no direct contact, right? So if you and I were going at it, and I was having an argument with you where I was trying to bully you, and I get to see your face, I get an immediate reaction. But if I want to be me, and I send something over the internet, do I know how that's being taken by someone? Not at all. So cyberbullying has become a major problem in that kids don't have any immediate feedback on the damage they're doing. So we are really requesting that all of you try to just let parents know that this is a major problem, and if they are finding that their kids are getting emails from other campers that they've been with before, just to let you know, if your campers are going through this kind of thing and it affects campers that you're going to have, 1 or 2, you need to be involved because they're going to see each other in the summer. So you want to be proactive and let campers know and staff know that these kinds of issues are going on. And we'll talk about that more in the afternoon, but I think the goal is to let parents know if you can that these are issues. If in fact you find out your child is having any interaction that's negative with another camper, please forward those emails to us. That way you can keep record of them. That's really helpful, okay?